Hello, I'm Mark.
I'm Casey.
And I'm Patrick.
And today we're going to talk about a new Tesla store, the StarLink store. But first, Casey's going to roll that credit for us.
From space.
You're watching the Tesla Life Express.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I thought for sure that Casey was going to say pigs in space, the old Muppet Show thing. But he didn't. He tricked me.
I was close. I need to get the reverb on this thing.
But yeah, this article came out today. We'll link it down below if you'd like to read it. It indicated that SpaceX is looking for a manager and also some technical people to help do some setup of retail spaces. And it seems that they're going to be opening their first retail store for StarLink / SpaceX in California somewhere. The note, the job posting had said something about Bakersfield, California, but not sure if that's where the store will actually be opening. But this is unique news for StarLink, and it is interesting that this particular store, obviously they could sell Starlink in the business class and the personal class and the mobile class. They can have all the different options to sell, and they can have great information in there with people that are familiar with the actual product. And they could even sell SpaceX paraphernalia, right? They could do T-shirts and jackets and coffee mugs and whatever else they wanted, pushing SpaceX. That would be great. But man, I just think it's just kind of light when it comes to, products that could support, let's say, a
whole retail location.
A retail location. Yeah, Patrick's got the ship ready to go. But that's something that you're spending a fair amount of money to rent a space. Not sure if this is going to be, they're opening store after store. Maybe this is just exploratory. Maybe to try to see is there something here. But it's I just think that maybe the product offering might be a bit light to support the retail amount that you would have to pay to a mall or wherever it is to keep the lights on. Or of course SpaceX could certainly afford to keep it as a loss leader just to try it out, see what's going to happen. But what did you guys think when you saw this note come across the interweb this day?
Well, they can certainly do the loss leader thing, or they can do a flagship store, or they can do a merch store, obviously. But I think what would be an opportunity for them is to do a cell phone store. And right now they've got T-Mobile as a partner for direct to sell, and they didn't rule out anybody else per continent. They just said that whoever they launch with in each continent is their launch partner, but then they would open it up so they could become resellers of all of those while they get their direct to sell service up entirely, where they can then ditch their partners and still service them, but no longer need them in their own retail store.
Okay.
And they can do MVNO for like the last little bit, so that way you don't lose signal just because you left the bright open sky.
Yeah, so Mark, I was with you on this, and like that, I'm scratching my head, going, what is their plan here? Because sure, you want to help get these out to people, but when before Tesla and Solar City merged, you could still buy Solar City solar stuff at the Tesla stores that were in malls, and if you've already got that footprint, how hard would it be for them to have off in one corner a small stand for Starlink, and then have a barcode you could scan to go to where you order your own? And of course, SpaceX and Tesla are two different companies, but they're both in the Muskiverse, so they can sign some agreement on how that works and how much SpaceX pays for that retail space in the existing stores, or they could do the they've set up these mobile units in the past where they tour around and show off some of their tech. You could do kind of the pop-up store method like that, where you have something that you're showing off and setting up, and you make some sales in an area, then you move to another spot and you do the same there. Or partnering with Home Depot or Lowe's. Since these are targeted at people in rural areas primarily, maybe you make some deal with
Well, they've got that already. They got the partnership with Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Target, Best Buy.
Yeah. So that makes a whole lot more sense
now,
to me than a branded SpaceX Starlink store. I'm sure they'll have some sales, but is it really enough to pay for an entire retail space and the staff and the rent and the electricity and yada yada?
Unless they're targeting the multi-gig or a bunch of like airline or like construction or mining people who can't get affordable even for business for what they're charging for business grade internet. I'm wondering if they put them in places like that where they can recoup it, but it's like more of a meeting space than retail. Like you have a little kiosk out front, and then in the back you'll have meeting rooms 1 through 6 where they can.
That probably is better suited through some sort of a Zoom meeting space that would allow you to have the appropriate staff on availability that could take any world call coming in and be able to explain to a mining company or whatever, with a personal tour video wise. But one thing I didn't think about, Casey, you mentioned about the cell phone thing. SpaceX has talked about how Starlink could be the gateway for all different cell carriers to be able to connect to their backbone with satellite service to get the messages and voice through using their backbone for more reliability and having an extra link for them to bypass maybe some slow spots in their networks. So that's a possibility too. But again, that's really not touching the consumer at a retail space. Unless this is a longer play, like Casey kind of mentioned, was that once they get the proper amount of people, they just drop their partners and do it themselves. So that's some sort of a play. If that's the case, then I suspect that this location will just be a demonstration location for a long time until they get their ducks in order for the larger play that we really are not seeing at this point surface yet.
Yeah.
Right.
What is
that
Apple
might mean their own phone at some point.
Yeah.
They could. What does Apple charge for their emergency satellite cell service?
I have no idea. I don't have a phone that's capable of doing that yet, but
gotcha.
I'm sure there's an extra charge for it. T-Mobile, I believe, is rolling it into some of their plans.
I think all but like the lowest plans have it included. So if they were to do that and resell T-Mobile and then whoever else joins up, even if they never drop them, like hey, here's we do this and it's all powered by Starlink, especially for the like I said, the rural areas where it doesn't make sense to put a tower out there. And then when you get indoors, you got Wi-Fi from your the Wi-Fi calling straight to your regular Starlink dish, and they just go with hey, we're the Reese's peanut butter, and you're the Hershey's chocolate.
Right. So yeah, this is questionable. Really don't know. I was really caught off guard when this came across the news feed today. It's like, wow, that just doesn't make sense to me. So we'd like to turn it to the audience and, of course, ask them, do you see this working? Do you see this paying the rent? Is this a loss leader? What do you think SpaceX is trying to do with this initial store opening? Put it in the comments and let us know what you think is going on here, because I think the three of us have been throwing out some ballpark ideas, but I really don't think we've come up with an answer as to what's happening here. We've had some possibilities, but this is there's not enough clarity yet, not enough focus as to how this works.
Yeah, because if they want to do more
than
sell
seats on your ticket to Mars, that's what they're going to do. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, because if they're going to do more than one, then it would be better suited inside Tesla or somebody else's stuff, like just like a kiosk, like Patrick was saying, like they used to do with Solar City before it came Tesla Energy. So this is going to be interesting to watch. If they do more than one, it will continue to baffle us until it becomes clear what they're up to. If it's just one, then that's fine. It's a brand. I would much rather you spend money on advertising in something that's somewhat effective than just blasting advertisement out and then hope that somebody sees it and does something on it. But who knows?
Yeah. Very good. With that, Patrick, any shout-outs for the end of the show?
As always, I'm with the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association. You can find us at oeva.org, and I blog occasionally at carswithcords.net, where I write about my future free from fossil fuels.
Very good. Very
Start on that rocket.
And of course, Casey is at an undisclosed Wawa supercharger right now. But
this is in Delaware.
Delaware. Okay. Very good.
See Tachikoma there? My Model X is juicing up, and beautiful sky. So,
very good.
What it was is I ran the camera through my audio interface, and it is stable, but it doesn't like any of my background pictures. I got to get new ones.
So we're rolling with the new deck today. I see.
Yeah.
Casey, any shout-outs from you?
Yes, catch us on Wednesday for the live show. So just
That's right.
2 days if you're watching it as we're premiering, and then who knows what time it is if you're watching us later.
And if you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up on the video. Press that subscribe button. And if you want to follow us through the week, just visit our X feed at The Tesla Life, and you can see what's happening in between shows if you don't get enough of us now, which I cannot see how that's possible, but you never know. But thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll get together next time and find out what's happening in the Tesla Life.
I thought you were going to light it off.
Nope.
Oh, it's out of fuel. Needs some Sabatier process.
Look at that.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, there's a hole in Patrick's wall.
Right. Good thing it didn't start when he first clicked it. That was a little low. Wow. Oh, man.
We're still